when it comes to anything to do with politics. It's those that complain about an elected official but don't go and vote. It's those that complain about the issues that we face as motorcycles that didn't even show up here today. Then there's you, those of us, the ones that take action, the activists that have had enough of our civil liberties being trampled upon. Those that are tired of personal freedoms being stripped away a little bit more each and every day. We're the ones that are writing letters, making calls, and sending emails to our elected officials. You may be even one that was fed up enough today to push your apathy over to activism. Being targeted for a traffic stop just because you ride a motorcycle should be enough to push anyone over the edge. Being profiled, discriminated against just for riding two wheels should be enough to push any red-blooded American motorcyclist over the edge. And in most cases, they didn't even return our letters, emails, or phone calls. A government agency decided to ignore a letter from the U.S. Congress to go ahead with a funding for program of blatant discrimination. They said they were going to make us safer by pulling us off the highway, by checking our papers like it's Nazi Germany, and making sure we're illegal. Arizona state law was shot down because of concerns over profiling illegal immigrants. Airports nearly strip search each and every one of us because they can't profile a certain nationality. Yet somehow it's okay to pull over and profile someone on a motorcycle. It's supposedly to make us safer. The same week of the profiling stops occurred in Macon and Savannah. David Zine, a former Wisconsin state senator, lost his leg when an SUV overturned in front of him due to an illegal lane change in Marietta, Florida. The driver received a $60 citation.
Fuck.
Another friend, after going through the checkpoints, had a call pull in front of him in Macon and has a broken arm. Then, 2 Atlanta Motor Patrol officers were involved in accidents, one while responding to the call of the other. Nothing that occurred during the checkpoints would have stopped these accidents. People and cars pulled in front of the motorcycles, and the police bikes had flashing blue lights and sirens going. If government agencies want to meddle in our personal affairs and really want to make it about bikers being safer, then spend money on cutting out cell phone use while driving and on educating drivers. Better yet, how about save Americans a few $100 million a year by wiping out the unconstitutional czars and redundancy in the alphabet soup of agencies like NHTSA, TSA, GOHS, DOT, GHSA, etc., etc., etc. So let's start right here, though, with this one in our own state house. This group of red-blooded American motorcycle activists has had enough. Mr. Governor, stop the profiling, stop the checkpoints. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. We have a special guest that came out to come out and talk to us. Representative Ann Purcell is our sponsor for the House Bill 161, the red light bill. So she's come out and she'd like to say a word or two to us. Thank you. Let's give a hand to Ann Purcell. She's a friend of ours.
It's not just me that I want to give a hand to, but I want to give a hand to all of you that are here today and the message that we're sending in regards to our educational background and what needs to be done in regards to motorcyclists and our needs. There was, as I came out and I was watching our group here today, I was very impressed by the message that is sent on the back here with Abate, American Bikers Active Towards Education. Yeah. I want to thank you for being here. I'm available to you. Most of the information as we got House Bill 161 rolling along was very positive. There were a few little emails that said that an 18-wheeler would come by and they were going to smush me, and they used a few other extra words in there. But nevertheless, I assure you, when I'm on my bike, I'm going to stay out of the way of the 18-wheelers.
Thank Thank you, Ann. She has worked so hard this year to try to get House Bill 161 through, and she's an Abate member. So we're real happy for her to be here at the House, and she's really been a good friend to us. Thank you, Ann, so much. Ninja is going to introduce our next speaker. Ninja, you want to come up?
It is with honor that I get to announce our next speaker, which is Chris J. Dog Jordan. Chris is the president of MAG, the Motorcycle Alliance of Georgia, which is an organization of motorcycle clubs that are based on education and camaraderie and keeping everybody abreast of laws that are coming down. It is my pleasure to announce Chris because Chris just recently accepted the position as the state representative for the National Sport Bike Association. Chris.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ninja. I got to be honest with you. I didn't prepare a speech or anything. I figured I'd just step up here and come straight from my heart. Motorcycle Alliance of Georgia, its purpose is to promote camaraderie and safety in the motorcycle community. Well, let's think about it. Everybody out here wore a helmet. Everybody out here got on jeans. Everybody out here is protected in some kind of way. Where's the safety? Is it coming from us or is it coming from inside this building? We already know how to be safe. We have to be safe because we know our lives depend on it. We check our bikes every single day before we take a ride. Every day. We check. So how can somebody on the side of the road who may not ever have sat on a bike check me for safety? Or check anybody out here for safety? How is that even possible? As I stood here and listened to all these great speakers before me, I have to ask myself one question. Next to this great American flag that's flying in this breeze right here, or the American bald eagle that's on every Harley Davidson vest and jacket that I see right here, next to the armed forces that are protecting our freedom, what are the people inside of this building doing? What are they doing? They probably think we're just some dumb bikers. But we are not. We are professional people, hard-working people, people who know what we're doing out here on this road. The only problem is the folks who don't pay attention, the folks who are texting, the folks who are on the cell phone trying to download the latest song on their phone so that they can listen to it on their MP3 player inside the car. This same technology that needs to be stopped. Only a few people have it on their motorcycles. But we want to be free. We like the wind in our face. We love it. So as we stand here today, let every single voice out here be heard. Every member that has a motorcycle endorsement on their license. Every member of the state of Georgia that rides two wheels with freedom, love their family, and want to get home safe. This is where we stand, right here today. And from this day forward, we stand to let it be known. Checkpoints are not good. Not good at all. I'm sure we can find a better way to spend 70 grand. I know I could. I like a lot of the chrome that I see. Why not donate a little bit of money to these clubs that are out here working in the community, that are filling the gaps where our government is not doing it? Why not? We're out here in the community. We know what safe is. Let our voices be heard. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great. And let's let him hear us in there again. Education, not checkpoints. Education, not checkpoints. Education, not checkpoints. Education, not checkpoints. All right. That's great. I think they can hear us. I think they know we're here today. You think so? This is great. This is great. Yeah, they need to be out here with us. Ann came out. Representative Purcell came out. She came out with us. Okay, we have one more speaker and then some closing arguments. Not arguments, closing, well, kind of. But we have one more speaker. I appreciate everyone's attention. We had a lot of people that wanted to talk today, and unfortunately we had a cutoff at 10. We had several people that wanted to talk. We have a lot of groups here. We have Chuck Wadsworth, he's here. We have Jerry Mack, Thunder Rhodes is here. We have a lot of folks here, and we just appreciate everyone being here.
Bring one of those politicians out that support this.
Well, Representative Purcell does, and they are. We do have friends. We have friends that ride.
No, I'm talking about ones that support the checkpoints. Bring one out here.
Well, actually, one did want to come out and talk, and I didn't think it might might be a good idea. So, our last speaker is Steve Murn, the original biker lawyer. Steve Murn in his office is based in Atlanta, Georgia. He's the founding partner of Murn and Wallace. Steve focuses on representing motorcyclists in personal injury cases as well as criminal defense.
Hey.
Steve has been an avid motorcyclist for over 30 years and incorporates his knowledge of the motorcycle industry into his practice of law. Let's give it up for Steve.
And this. Right into me.
You guys feel enthusiastic? Yeah! You look enthusiastic. Tom Watson, an American statesman, he said, "The greatest accomplishments of man result from the transmission of ideas and enthusiasm. We can accomplish much together." Like my friend Tom says, as a lawyer, we understand the Fourth Amendment nuances that go into these illegal searches and seizures. We've heard of the New York lawsuit. I was caught in a motorcycle checkpoint in New York last summer on the way to Americade. They checked my paperwork, they asked to look in my bag, I politely said no, and moved about my business down the New York State Thruway. Behind me came a club. The guideways into the traffic safety point were opened up and the club was shuffled off into a separate area. God knows how long they spent on the side of the road because they were patch holders.
Yep, pictures.
Do you feel discriminated against? Yes! Do you feel singled out? Yes! You are. You are. It's coming this summer. It rained like hell the first motorcycle checkpoint. We didn't get a lot of calls. We got a few from guys out of state coming through. But the next one's coming, and somebody in this crowd, maybe you, could be the plaintiff in our lawsuit in federal court here in Atlanta against the state. That's coming. I spoke to Mitchell Proner this morning, the New York Abate lawyer. He's on vacation with his family in Panama. He called me back from the hotel because he feels strongly about this. They're heading for motions in April and a trial in July or August. New York's about a year ahead of us. This is a bad administrative policy. These are bad laws. Edmund Burke, an English statesman, 250 years ago said the worst type of tyranny is bad laws. This is an egregious trampling of your constitutional rights, but I want to warn you of something. In the checkpoints, be polite. Check your tag sticker. Look at the tread on your tires. They're claiming the exception for the discrimination is safety, when in fact you and I know it's about revenue. They think they can take $70,000 and turn it into $700,000. I spoke to Bob Donat this morning, the Abate lawyer in North Carolina. North Carolina refused their money. You guys have to be proactive. Get on your blogs. Write your articles. Write your congressmen, your representatives. Go to your meetings. By all means, join Abate. Get your fellow riders to join Abate. Pony up with your dues money. There's strength in numbers. We're forming a political action committee here in Georgia as part of Abate. Joey Brush, representative from Augusta, is here. Raise your hand. Rode here from Augusta. He's helping us with that. It's my honor, my privilege to assist Abate through these legal challenges. I look forward to nothing more than to be the plaintiff's lawyer in a suit, challenging these stops once we get to that point. I need all of you to participate in these roadblocks in a positive way. Not a lot of disrespect to the officers. They're doing their job. They're listening to their supervisor. Take your ticket and call us. We'll work it out from there. Get involved. Edmund Burke also said this, and I'll stop right here. The only thing necessary for the triumph over evil is for good men to do nothing. So be proactive. Join your Abate, pay your dues, get your friends to join. Let's all band together. God bless every one of you here. God bless America.